Alright, welcome YouTube. Trying something a little bit different for you guys today. We are going to try and do a pedal review. Hopefully the picture is clear enough. It's as clear, my webcam just will not focus on the pedal properly. Hopefully it's clear enough. If not, I'll be going over the settings anyway. So, like you can see, we're going to look at the Holy Grail Neo by Electro Harmonix today. Which is a pedal that's made in New York, USA, as you can see at the bottom of the pedal on your screen right now. The pedal is properly mic'd up. It's going through my amp through the effects loop. I've removed everything else from the effects loop. As you can see, the only two wires are going straight into the Electro Harmonix and back out to the effects loop. It's the last pedal in my loop. Those two wires are basically the in and out. All the other mini cables in between that you can see in the back there are plugging the other pedals in, but they're not getting anything and they're not turned on. So the only thing you're going to be hearing today is my guitar, the amp, which I've mic'd up, and the pedal. The amp is again a Mesa Boogie mini rectifier, 25 in the 25 watt mode on both channels. I'll probably throw on a bit of distortion, but it's mainly going to be showing you guys the pedal in its clean channel, which is probably more what you would use it for anyway. The guitar I'm using today is a PRS Custom 24, and the mic I'm using to mic up the amp is a Shure SM57. It's placed near-ish the middle cone at a bit of an off angle. That's usually how I like it. Usually if I would be miking something for a serious project, I would use both microphones, one straight in the middle, one off axis like I've got the Shure right now. Obviously I'm using the other microphone that I own for my voice right now, so it's going to be a single mic. I find it's probably better for sampling wise anyway. So we're going to move over right now. I'm going to turn the volume up on the guitar, and you're going to see my hand going into the screen. We're going to play around with all the settings on a clean channel. Again, nothing fancy, probably just a couple of chords, a couple of random notes, just to give you guys an idea of the pedal. I'm not here to showcase my skills, which aren't super great anyway. We're really looking at the pedal. And then we'll come back and finish talking about it, and like I said, I might throw in a bit of distortion here and there just to give you guys an idea of what it can do with a distorted sound. So, moving over now. So the pedal is currently in the Hall setting. There are 3 different settings for the type of reverb. I just moved the reverb up to about the 12 o'clock position. Once you start moving past the 12 o'clock position, it moves basically all the signal is going to be starting to go into the reverb as opposed to your actual input. So I'll just show you guys, crank it up by another quarter and then maybe max, and then we'll change the type of reverb, go through it again. So, like I was saying, past the middle, about 12 o'clock position on the reverb knob, you start getting into a bit of a weird spacey kind of sound. Like I said, most of the volume goes to the actual reverb as opposed to the input, and it pretty much starts cutting out your input almost completely. You guys can't really hear it, but in the room here it's kind of really weird in this position because the chord I'm stroking, I don't get any volume, any feedback through the amp until like a couple of seconds after for the delay to kick in. Delay in the reverb is what I mean. So not the typical use of what you do with this, but it's there if you want it. I forgot to mention I'm also using the neck pickup on the PRS Custom 24. So we'll go ahead, click this into the spring setting, so you get a spring reverb. This is on minimum. Hardly anything really. So if we crank that up to about 1/4, you start getting more of that spring reverb kind of sound. Then again, at about the 12 o'clock position is about the max you'd ever really want to set it. Again, if we push it past the middle, get a bit of a ghostly kind of echo. It's a bit of a weird sound. It's still usable, it's still a nice sound. Into the full maxed out position. And finally, we'll flip it into its third type of echo, which is a plate echo. Bring that back to about 1/4, which is where we actually start to really hear the echo, reverb, sorry. Otherwise, it's a very, very slight effect, and I'm not even sure if you guys are hearing it, so. So again, we'll bring that up to about halfway. and again fully maxed out. And finally, just to round this up a bit, back to my favorite setting, which is the Hall at about 1/4. We'll turn it off for a second just to give you guys a bass line. So this is... So again, it's a very slight effect. That's how I kind of like it. It just makes your cleans sound a lot more natural, whereas if we chuck on a bit of distortion, it's not a bad effect. It kind of gives your guitar that kind of classic 70s rock tone, more or less. So bottom line, why would you want this? Just like I said, it kind of thickens up your cleans. That's mostly why I bought it, to be honest. I do fiddle around with it a bit on some leads. Just add a bit of reverb. My amp does not have any reverb whatsoever. If you have a Mesa Boogie with reverb, maybe it does the job, but I did, when I went to the store to buy this, I did compare a couple of pedals and the amp that they let me try, which was a Fender Twin Verb, something like that. It was an amp with a built-in reverb. I did actually also try the built-in reverb. While it was not horrible, the pedals sounded miles and miles better. It's a very simple pedal, which is how I like it. On-off switch, one knob to control your amount of reverb, a LED to show you when it's on and off, and then a 3-setting switch. To be honest with you guys, I'm probably never going to use the other settings. Hall just sounds really good to me, and that's where I'm using it. But yeah, hopefully this video turns out. Hopefully you guys like it. If you do, like and comment, and I'll go through and do my other pedals. Which is still left are the MXR Carbon Copy and the TC Electronics Vortex. I might revisit the MXR Chorus with the mic'd up cab. It probably sounds way better, so I might do that. And might have a look, like I said, in another video at my Crybaby and the DS1 by Boss. But those are kind of basic, so I might skip over those. We'll see. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like I said, like, comment. Yeah, so catch you guys next time.